This episode of The Big Picture is presented by Starbucks. We are big Starbucks Frappuccino fans over here, so when we heard about the new Strato Frappuccino blended beverage, we had to try it. It's a crave-worthy iced blended beverage topped with cold foam, making for delicious layers of flavor.
I love how Starbucks leans into the seasons, especially summer. From vibrant refreshers to cold blended beverages, there's always something exciting to sip on.
Available now for a limited time only, your Strato Frappuccino blended beverage is ready at Starbucks. I'm Sean Fennessey.
I'm Amanda Dobbins.
And this is The Big Picture, a conversation show. A conversation show about Chicago movies. We are drafting on this episode. We are drafting Chicago movies. Now, we're not drafting yet.
Yeah.
As you see, there are 2 open seats. There will be 2 additional drafters. They're not here yet. We're not ready to talk with them yet. They're being very patient. We appreciate them. But first, we're going to do some trivia. Now, those of you in the audience will be able to answer these trivia questions. Now, this needs to be an extremely calm, reasonable, rational, emotionally democratic process.
I want to let you guys know that yesterday in the car, we were talking about this process. And Sean said in his clearest dad voice, if people start blurting out answers, there will be no more trivia.
That is 100% accurate. And I stand by it, and you will hear the dad voice if you misbehave. The wonderful people at the Criterion Collection and the Criterion Channel have sponsored this trivia. And so the prizes will be connected to the work that they do, which I'm very excited about. So 10 questions. 10 audience members will answer those questions. Just raise your hand and we'll call on you. If you yell out the answer, no more trivia. If you start saying things that are not the right answer just to get attention for yourself, no more trivia.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing, is that if you are called upon and you don't know the answer, Sean's also very concerned about that. I didn't even occur to me that that's something that you all would do. I think that we all respect each other here. But Sean has a no-tolerance policy for that.
We're going to make this work. I trust everyone here. The sad news is that anybody in the upper section is not eligible for trivia. I apologize. This was Chris Ryan's decision. He insisted upon it. He would not show up unless he said, no upper section will be eligible for trivia. I said, okay, Chris, we need you here tonight. So, would you like to begin? Mm-hmm. So, Amanda and I are going to ask these questions back and forth. I just want to see a hand go up if you know the answer to the question. If you don't know the answer and you raise your hand and you say something dumb, I'm going to have a large person escort you from the premises, okay? But if you know it, in good faith, we'll call on you, you'll answer it, maybe there's a prize on the other side of that answer, okay? Let's start. Remember how I said I always want to be a game show host?
I have a Negroni in a sippy cup, so I'm just going to drink that.
First question. What is the highest grossing movie of 2025 worldwide? This gentleman right here on the aisle. That was the first hand I saw go up.
Lilo and Stitch?
That's incorrect. This young woman right here in the white button-down shirt.
Minecraft?
That's incorrect.
No. Yeah.
This fellow here in the glasses and the black t-shirt.
Neja 2?
That is the correct answer. Neja 2, the Chinese animated sequel, and I know you've all seen Neja, so I can share the details of the sequel here, is one of the most successful Chinese productions of all time and is being redistributed here in the United States this summer by A24.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I didn't. Have you seen it already?
I haven't.
Okay, well, maybe we'll go.
Okay. Will you watch Neja with me?
It depends how much money's on the table. Okay. Question number 2. This is really good. Sean wrote this one, and I think that despite everything he's just done, he deserves credit for this. Name the 3 dinosaurs the mercenaries needed to extract blood from in Jurassic World Rebirth. Yes, all 3. No hands. Wow.
No hands!
Oh, okay, go. You got it. Well, wait, microphone's coming to you. This is your
Hold
moment.
on, sir. Please wait for the microphone. I know you love this film.
The Quetzalcoatl, the Titanosaurus, and the Mesosaurus.
That's correct.
That is
That is land, air, and sea.
that was legendary.
That was electrifying.
Yeah.
That's a legendary moment in
That's
the
why we
history
came
of
to
this show.
Chicago.
All right, here's a fun one. Friend of the pod, Tracy Letts, and Steppenwolf legend, has won a Pulitzer for drama and a Tony Award for Best Actor for his work in the theater. For which plays did he win each respective award? This gentleman right here.
He won the Pulitzer for August Osage County. He won Best Actor at the Tonys for Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
That is correct.
Bingo.
I just want to say again that it's just embarrassing for us that we're here at
It's
the
like, and
Steppenwolf.
somehow we are the people
Yeah.
on this stage.
2 no talent losers who talk about movies.
You guys should ask for your money back.
Yeah. Malkovich and Joan Allen once stood here doing wonderful things. All right, Amanda, next question.
Yes. Chris Ryan's father, Desmond, was an esteemed film critic for which hallowed newspaper? Okay, in the middle. Yeah, I'm sorry, because I do see you, but no, this one, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't see, yes. In the Ford Bronco t-shirt.
You switched the questions. And the pathology reports. You falsified your research so that Bill Simmons would give you a podcast and Devlin McGregor could give you Provasic. What's up?
You did it.
You killed this guy's moment.
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Now I'm really nervous. The Philadelphia Inquirer.
That's correct.
That's right.
Okay, this one's hard. As I said, the fine folks at Criterion are sponsoring this round of trivia for us, and they have provided gift bags for people who get questions right. In these gift bags, there are 5 films that Criterion has issued with strong roots in Chicago. Name the 5 films.
Whoa, you just switched it.
I did.
Live on stage, he was going to say 4 out of 5. So now it's 5.
I'll take 4 out of 5. Can anybody do 4 out of 5?
There you go. Yes. Yeah. People are timid. I think you scared them. It's okay if you earnestly get it wrong. Just nothing silly.
I disagree.
Thief.
1.
Oh.
No, he wins. He wins.
Hold on. The Breakfast Club. That's in the Criterion, right?
It is, though. It is not in this set, but I will accept that.
Okay.
Okay, that works. Shit. Manhunter?
Nope.
Damn.
Okay. Does he get to keep going? Or
You're done?
4 out of 5.
You lose. Anyone else want to give it a try?
we've got someone back there. Yeah. I find I'm drawn to people with real Amanda energy in terms of getting that. So just a tip.
Okay, so Thief and Breakfast Club are
You're
also
taking his.
Sir, please, we only have 2 hours.
Yeah, and Hoop Dreams.
Yes, that's 3.
And I forgot the last one.
Do not raise your hand if you do not have answers. He tapped out. We've got 3 of 4. You need to get 1 more film, and you are going to get a bag.
Coast on the greatness of others.
Amanda,
Who
you choose. You pick
me?
the person.
Okay. Well, listen, there we go. You're following instructions back and forth.
The
Okay.
bearded gentleman who's waving his hand aggressively.
Okay, Risky Business.
Yes, that's 4. Can you keep going?
The Breakfast Club, Hoop Dreams, Thief.
You have any more?
I cannot think. You said 4 was okay.
4 is okay.
I cannot think of the 5th one. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't think of it. Damn it.
All right, we'll allow it.
Thank you.
The other 2 films, which are both included in the bags, are Love Jones and
Incredible.
Cooley High. Next question.
This movie set a long-standing Guinness World Record for the largest number of automobiles ever destroyed in a movie. 60 refurbished and reinforced police cars were wrecked in the various chase scenes. This record, I'm going to read the whole question. It's my moment. This record held until the belated sequel deliberately set the new record by wrecking 1 additional automobile for a total of 61. Okay, well, now everybody's waving. Okay, you pick.
Dob Mob member right here.
Yeah, of course.
The Blues Brothers.
Correct.
Listeners of the podcast know that I was present for the world premiere of Blues Brothers 2000 back in 1998 for my 16th birthday. One of the greatest days of my life. Terrible movie. No offense, Chicago. Next question. Are these going okay? Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. Before signing on to the Chicago set horror classic Candyman, actor Tony Todd negotiated a bonus of $1,000 for every bee sting he suffered during filming.
How are they going to get this?
How many times was he stung?
Can I give a hint?
Listen, there's no, a hand went up right there. An eager hand immediately. Yes, right by the camera. That's you. Keep shining. Hold it up high.
23,000.
Bingo!
Wait, hold on.
Oh, sorry. He won $23,000. He was stung 23 times.
That is correct.
Bingo!
How did you know that?
That's insane. Are you related to the late great Tony Todd? No, not in any way related to
Are
Tony
you
Todd.
allergic to bee stings? Okay, good.
Tony
Okay.
Todd, most recently seen in the wonderful film Final Destination: Bloodlines.
Yeah.
One of the best movies of the year.
Name 3 of the 4 movies set in Chicago that went on to win Best Picture. 3 of 4. Okay, now everyone's nervous from
Yeah,
the
we're
last
proud of this
This
one.
is a little easier than knowing Criterion editions, so
Is it?
believe in yourselves. Anyone? I'm going to tell you one's a gimme. So, all right, there we go. In the back, one taker.
Chicago the Musical.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Untouchables.
No, that is not
but
correct.
but a good guess.
No one else out there.
John is you're so mean about trivia. Now everybody knows what it's like to be you.
This.
Oh, all right.
Well, you take it up with Chris. There's someone who's got their hand raised right here.
Oh, okay, great.
He's wearing
You
a
got it.
Criterion T-shirt.
Thank you. I'm going to fall on the sword and give another one, but I don't know both. Ordinary People.
That is
Great.
one.
Yes.
That's 2.
All right.
This is an amazing
Can someone help
And
us,
I
man?
do have a Criterion shirt on, so whoever gets the third, maybe I get one of the movies in the bag or something like that. I don't know.
I think that's a good deal. Okay. Yeah, in the back.
This is an active community building. You guys are just step by step.
Yeah, trade numbers, follow each other on Letterboxd.
The Sting?
The Sting is correct.
Bingo.
Nice job. Nice team effort out there. The 4th film, which is a little bit of a cheat because only a little bit of this movie takes place there, but The Great Ziegfeld in 1936 begins in Chicago.
Okay. We'll revisit that eligibility at a later date.
Here's an easy one. In what 1992 Chicago-based movie does Tracy Letts play a character named Sean?
Wow. Anyone?
I'll give you all a hint.
Oh, yeah, a couple people.
Who knows? Someone know it?
It's okay. You put your hand on it, right? Then you listen.
If you know it, you know it.
I believe that's The Fugitive.
That's wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, another one. There we go.
Earnestly wrong. The Rookie of the Year.
Then incorrect.
Incorrect.
I'll give a
Anyone?
big hint. One more guess before the big hint. He pulled it back.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm getting really nervous. Home Alone? Incorrect.
No.
Dolly Parton is the star of this movie. Can anyone think
Okay, over here.
of a
There we
movie
go.
starring Dolly Parton from 1992?
Is it a 9 to 5?
No.
But that's a good movie. Okay, waving. Oh, yeah.
There's a lot,
Yeah.
quite a gesturing going on in the back there.
It's good.
It's a sort of a Blue Man Group situation.
Straight Talk?
Straight Talk
Yes,
is
that's
correct.
it. Okay.
One more question.
In 1993's Rookie of the Year, Thomas Ian Nicholas, plays a kid who brings the Chicago Cubs to a World Series. What is his character's name? Okay. Well,
All the bro hands went up.
So I know.
Look at all these boys.
Chris Ryan.
This gentleman in the front row he went up first, I think.
It's Henry Rowan-Gardner.
Exactly right.
That's right.
That bag is just full of 30 copies, 4K of Rookie of the Year. So please enjoy.
That's just full of Pete Crow Armstrong highlights, actually.
You guys ready to draft?
Let's do it.
Okay, before we do that, we need to bring out the fourth drafter, who is, of course, Chicago legend Tracy Letts.
Hello.
How does it feel? Like going back to church?
It feels good. It feels great.
So before every draft, we tend to talk about the main subject, whether it be a year or a performer, in broad generalities, what it means to us, where we were when. We're a trio of posers, really.
Absolutely.
I've only been to this city 4 times. I love it here. I've had a great time. Don't boo me. We're here now. How many times have you been here?
This is my first trip. I want to say you guys smashed it. Just absolutely great time. I've seen everything. We went full tourist today. Everyone on this stage participated in some of the tourism with me, and it's been wonderful. But I also, otherwise I've known it in movies.
CR, what about you? You were in a touch and go band for about 15
That's
years out of Chicago.
I was in Tar. No, I've been here about half a dozen times. I love this city. Got good friends here. Yeah, this is one of my favorite places.
What about you?
I lived here for 36 years.
We kind of teed that up for you. So, yeah.
I moved here in the summer of 1986. And unfortunately, I left here a couple of years ago. My wife works on a TV show that shoots in New York. We have little kids, and had to put them in school, and had to live there instead of here. So we just feel like displaced Chicagoans, though. I'm too old to be now a New Yorker or an East Coast person. I'm just a Chicagoan who happens to live in the East Coast.
Can you give a snapshot of Steppenwolf, what it means to you, how you came to be a part of this place?
Theater was, I don't want to do a Wikipedia page. The theater was formed in 1974 started by Gary Sinise, Jeff Perry, and Terry Kinney. The original company included Laurie Metcalf and John Malkovich, a bunch of kids who were going to school together at Illinois State University. They started this company in 74 in a church basement in Highland Park, Illinois, in a suburb. Eventually, they moved into the city. They performed at a variety of locations. They had a permanent space for a while, a bit further north on Halstead. They built this. Well, the big successes that transferred to New York, True West, Balm and Gilead, these plays really brought Chicago theater into the national consciousness in a big way. And certainly the recorded version of True West that Gary Sinise and John Malkovich did for American Playhouse was a kind of a beacon to actors across the country who wanted to do that kind of theater. And, this city has always had beautiful, handmade theater done in storefronts, and it's a great theater town. To my way of thinking, it's the best theater town. So I came with a pretty large migration of actors who came here wanting to do that kind of work, and frankly, who weren't necessarily looking for fame and fortune in movies and television. They don't make movies and TV in Chicago for the most part. We'll talk about some of that tonight in the draft, I would guess. But I mean, we came here for the work. Brian Denny, he used to say, he worked here a lot, and he used to say, you come to Chicago for the work. You're not here, you're not going to get paid. You're not going to make any money. You're not going to be a star. You're here for the work. So that's why I came here, and it's been true ever since. So Steppenwolf meant a lot coming here, and it took a long time before I was able to break through here. I did my first play here in 1988 at the space up the street. I did a production of The Glass Menagerie. I was not added to the company until 2002. I think at the time I was added, it was the longest apprenticeship or tenure, whatever you call that, before being added to the company. So
what were they trying to tell you with that?
Yeah, you got to keep working, kid, you know? So it took a long time before I was added to the company. But then once I was added, I did a lot of work on this stage, both as an actor and as a playwright.
We thank you for doing a little more work tonight.
Tracy, can I ask you a question? While you were living here through the 80s and stuff, when you would see Chicago represented on screen, on the big screen, would you swell with pride? Would you be annoyed that the bus was going the wrong way that you thought it should be going, or that
probably,
bar?
I probably felt all of those things. You know, quite frequently when a movie is made in Chicago, they're Hollywood stars who are coming here to act in the movie. And as an actor in Chicago, you're hoping to get a part as a day player, or maybe you get a couple of weeks on the movie if you're lucky. There just aren't a lot of jobs for those people. Again, that will come up some tonight. What are those productions that just kind of landed in Chicago and didn't really care about? Well, I'll tell you a story. When I first came here, I first visited in the summer of '85, and the Goodman Theater was doing a general audition. And so we were all trying to get in the general, because you'd perform at the general, but there were a lot of other theater casting directors who were watching, so you'd get in front of them. Well, it turns out that we were told that Brian De Palma was actually watching that general audition because he was scouting for The Untouchables. I don't really think Brian De Palma was watching. I think maybe a casting director from The Untouchables was watching because, dear listener, there are no Chicago actors in The Untouchables.
So you were never up for Elliot Ness, is what you're saying?
To answer Chris's question, I had a mixed reaction to it. We always did. We loved seeing our city represented. We loved it when we were able to get some work on a thing. Sometimes we didn't have much of a personal relationship to it. Sometimes we did. Sometimes it's absurd, you know, when you see people, when the geography gets confused, but who cares, right? Ultimately, people don't care about that.
What do you think about when you think of Chicago in the movies?
Well, for the most of my life, I did that. What I knew of Chicago, I knew through film. I knew through Ferris Bueller. I knew through John Hughes movies. And as I got older, some other films that we're going to talk about tonight. But I think it's like funny to have a relationship with it where you come here and there's so many iconic landmarks, the architecture, which we learned all about on a lovely river.
Listen, that boat tour, incredible.
That guy, yeah. 100% approval rate.
It was just Tracy recommendation, but then every single other person from Chicago has just been like, yeah, doesn't miss.
There's literally a woman on the street who was just like, "Did you guys do the boat tour?" And like, you're like, yeah. But that is like when you see those buildings, when you see like the angle that you remember from one of the movies, it's just you get like the hair on the back of your neck stands up because you're like, oh, I'm standing right here.
What about for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, there are two Chicagos. It's the John Hughes suburbs and then the everything else. And I definitely watched all of those John Hughes movies like 4,000 times, and at a younger age, right? So, I mean, I was looking for the Ferris Bueller angles as well today on the boat. But there are some other important movies that I really don't want to reveal before we get into drafting because we've kept it mostly civil. We've had a lovely time on this trip. It's been everyone's been lovely to us, but we've also gotten to spend time together, and I don't want to get the knives out before we got to get the knives out.
I think it's time to get the knives out.
Yeah.
I will say, in terms of how we feel about Chicago movies, when I first heard about this, and you would think maybe I was the person who instigated us being here. I'm not at all. I was kind of one of the last elements added. But when I heard that this was happening, if you think for 1 second that I was going to allow Philadelphia and Atlanta and Long Island to sit on stage at the Steppenwolf Theatre and draft Chicago movies, I mean, what kind of a third chair would I be?
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but it's been very exciting watching Chris and Tracy interact all weekend as they compete for our love. And now we'll all compete against each other. So
we have a small business venture that we're looking for. If anybody deep-pocketed in the audience wants to fund the Third Chair LLC, Tracy and I are considering doing a podcast every Big Picture podcast where we discuss errors in judgment, social faux pas, psychology of the hosts, crippling anxieties that we could detect and stuff, etc., and then talk about the movies that they missed. Yeah.
As we all know, there are no errors or anxieties or faux pas on this show. Okay, so we do have to draft. We have categories. We have to find a draft order. I think we all uniformly disagree about the qualifications for a Chicago movie too.
Yes, and we have, every time it's come up, sorry, I'm trying to speak and open water at the same time. Every time it's come up, we have said, save it for the show. So there has been some kind of like, backroom dealings, but like individually about what the eligibility may be, but we have not hashed it out. We are going to do that live in front of all of you, and I think it's going to go really well.
She did all the backroom dealing. She took Tracy to a museum. And now they have like a whole plan.
Sorry, Tracy respects art. You guys went home.
It's all very underhanded. All right, as you can see, if you are here with us today, we have 6 categories. These are more or less the traditional categories that we draft from. They include drama, Oscar nominee, blockbuster, action, horror, or thriller, comedy, and wild card. Now, the threshold for blockbuster is going to be $50 million. And that's because we're talking about the entire history of cinema, and movies released in 1939 just can't compete with movies released this year. And there is a movie that was released this year that will be eligible for this draft, and we'll get to that shortly. But first, we do have to determine a draft order. Now, before we do that, Tracy, very confidently before the draft, you said, I don't want first, and I don't want second, and I don't want third. I want fourth. Why did you say that?
Probably to reverse jinx the order of the draft. Also because I believe that Jack is simply going to read out a list in the order that you gave him before we started the podcast.
Hi, Jack. Yeah, he's waving.
Jack, that's your cue. We need a draft order.
Yeah, how are you deciding on this?
I very heavily considered rigging it for Tracy.
Okay.
But, no Top Gun hat today. But in line of Bobby Wagner, Sean, and myself, I have my New York Metropolitans hat.
Let's go.
It's going to be all fair and square.
What's the score of the game right now, Jack?
Last time I checked, they were losing 4-0 to the Los Angeles
Jesus
Angels.
Christ.
But it's all good. Here we go.
Tough beat. Really not what you want.
God damn it.
Drafting first will be Christopher Ryan.
Oh, I like it. Chaos. Okay.
So fucking rigged, man.
Oh, you're going to do that. Great.
Drafting second will be Sean Fennessey.
Jesus Christ.
You said you wanted fourth. Drafting third, Amanda Dobbins. You're welcome, Tracy.
It's really...
Dreams do come true.
It's good. You have the turn.
It's great.
Okay. All right, you're just going to stand for this pick?
I might as well.
Okay.
I'm taking Thief. Come on.
Right.
The rain-slicked streets of Chicago. Jimmy Caan taking Tuesday Weld on the greatest first date ever. Tracy's compatriot, William Peterson, makes a brief appearance in this film. Michael Mann's 1981 movie about a master safecracker and his complicated relationship to management. And one of my favorite films of all time, a Criterion film. So I think hopefully somebody received that this evening.
Hopefully 10 people.
10 people received that this evening. Thief, it's the GOAT. I have no compunction.
All right, you do your filing, we'll talk about it.
What's that?
You do your filing and we'll talk about it now. Yeah, it's a new system. And it's exciting. There are a lot of movies on there, some of which I do not feel should be eligible.
Oh, I gotta choose my genre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, choose your genre. Why don't you do it in real time? Put it up where it belongs.
Yeah. Oh, this is exciting.
I will.
This is now a visual
not
medium.
eligible for Blockbuster.
I know what it is.
Okay, all right.
Just the stupidity of the proletariat is not, we're not going to see this movie.
I wasn't saying that. I'm
going to put it in thriller.
Okay, great. What a great pick, Chris Ryan. We drove by a bridge.
What's that?
We drove by a bridge that was featured in Thief yesterday, right?
That's correct.
And we pointed it out.
That's correct. I have a couple of things to say about this movie.
Oh, great.
First of all, I knew what Chris Ryan's first pick was going to be. I think we all did.
Will you be saying I have a few things to say about this movie after every pick?
I won't. Okay. I have that to say about only about 2 or 3 movies, but I definitely have a couple of things to say about Thief. First of all, Tuesday Weld works at the Belden Deli. The Belden Deli was at the corner of Belden and Clark. Anybody who's ever been to the Belden Deli realizes that it's so ridiculous that Tuesday Weld would work at the Belden Deli. Every person who worked at the Belden Deli was a 250-pound Russian slab of concrete. It was so absurd. I want to ask Michael Mann, was that a joke? Was that the in-joke that Tuesday Weld would work there? The other thing I want to say about Thief is that there's a scene where James Caan goes to a guy who apparently makes machinery for criminals.
That was my backup job if I didn't get the ringer yet.
That actor is a gentleman I worked with on stage here in Chicago, here at Steppenwolf. His name is Nathan Davis. He is the father of the movie director Andrew Davis, who made The Fugitive.
How convenient for my second pick.
Nathan was a real ubiquitous presence on Chicago stages as the old guy. He played the old guy a lot. And I have a story I want to tell you about Nathan Davis. I mean, I know that people didn't come here tonight to hear a story about Nathan Davis necessarily, but it's a good story.
Right next to Dobb Mob is Nathan Davis Mob, actually. So you're in luck.
So we were doing the play Picasso at the Le Panagile, the Steve Martin show. It began here and it traveled to Los Angeles. I performed in that play 468 performances. When we performed in Los Angeles, it was the Westwood Playhouse, and then David Geffen came to see the play, and he liked it so much he bought the theater, and it became the Geffen Playhouse. While we were doing that play, the bathrooms and the dressing rooms were in the basement, as they are here, but there was a green room right off stage, and we would go in there for notes, and there was a small bathroom in the green room. And one time we went in there for notes, and the bathroom door was closed, and I tapped on the bathroom door. And Nathan, who, by the way, was very generous and genial fellow, always a smile on his face, I heard him call from inside, "Occupied." Okay, sorry. Go out for notes and wait for the bathroom. The door explodes open, and Nathan says, "Who is that knocking on the door?" And I said, "It was me." And he said, came up to me privately, and he said, "When the bathroom door is closed, I'm taking a shit." I said, I'm sorry, Nate. Well, the bathroom door was closed. Why did you knock on it? And I said, well, because I thought maybe somebody had used the bathroom and left and then closed the door. I thought maybe there was nobody in there. So I was tapping to see if anybody was inside the bathroom. He said, well, when the bathroom door is closed, I'm taking a shit. So, okay, so I'm really sorry. The next day, I'm standing at the coffee pot in the green room, and there's a tap on my shoulder. And I turn around, and Nathan is about this far away from my face, and he's trembling. And he said, yesterday, I was angry about this, but today I'm fucking furious. When the goddamn bathroom door is closed, I'm taking a fucking shit. I'm really sorry, Nate. He left the show shortly after that.
Did you ever talk to him again?
I don't know if Nathan Davis Mob is feeling stronger or weaker after that story.
Did you ever have any future interactions with him, or was this like, this is it?
That was pretty much it.
That's great.
Is the man alive?
He's not. Nathan passed away someday.
I have no idea how I'm going to segue out of that. But I do know how to pick out of it.
Okay.
And with the second pick, I will be drafting the shitting man's son's masterpiece,
Okay.
The Fugitive.
Okay. That's good. Yeah.
1993, directed by the great Andrew Davis, who made many films in Chicago. And when we were talking about doing this, we were talking about who is kind of the bard of Chicago for filmmakers. Who are the filmmakers you think of most when you think of this city? You think of Michael Mann, you think of John Hughes. Underrated Andrew Davis, who made many guy with a gun movies here. And I think this is his best one. Based on a TV show. It was IP.
Yeah.
And transformed into a magical movie, an action thriller that was Oscar nominated. Oscar wins. I will be selecting it an Oscar nominee.
Ooh.
Tommy Lee Jones, of course, won Best Supporting
Interesting.
Actor for his performance.
This may be is this the quintessential Chicago movie in terms of the amount of Chicago per minute that you see in this film, like urban Chicago? Bueller? But Bueller's got a lot of suburbs in the beginning, right? At least like the first 30 minutes, right?
I don't have an answer to this.
Okay.
When we were on the river today, I was thinking about it being green. So,
Yeah.
And it was a little green, actually, They didn't
You're
have
in
to
the
work
wrong
that
row.
hard. Not in a mean way.
You're in the wrong row.
That's my...
Okay.
All right. Don't make me summon Nathan Davis's spirit.
Okay. That's a good pick.
Thank you.
It was on my list, but it was not my number one pick. So Tracy, now you get to find out what my number one pick is, which is still on the board. And the thing is, the way the draft order works is that then you'll get 2 picks and then I get to pick again. So I am making my number one pick and not picking something else. And you could screw me. And so this is about trust between you and me. And I'm looking at you right now and I'm just letting you know. And you do with that what you will, because I know you came to win. Anyway, my first pick will, of course, be Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I am taking it in comedy. And for Sean's bookkeeping purposes, this movie I owned on, you were going to complain.
It's like your 800th draft.
I own. Oh yeah, do you mind? Thanks so much. What service?
What is this white glove service? I don't remember you asking me if I needed any help.
I was going to talk and then do it, so we're multitasking. This is by far my favorite of the John Hughes movies. I had this on VHS, which was a way that you watched movies before DVDs for the younger among you, and watched it 1,000 times. A great teen movie about confidence and anxiety, and also dancing in the street in Chicago. Did you? Where's it going? Oh no! Oh, we can't find it. Yeah. Okay. Well. That's all right.
Well, it turns out it's ineligible. Sorry.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
There was no letter F.
It's in there. It's misplaced.
Do you think it's under Bueller?
Well, I pulled Fugitive out, so F must be there, right?
Bueller?
You took F out, didn't you?
No.
Oh. This is exciting.
This is what you get for offering to help her.
Oh, there we go. Thank you so much. Okay, there it is. There it is. Yes, please, in comedy.
Jack, cut all this.
I have a tremendous amount of this. I mean, we all have a lot of this film memorized. And I was asked recently by our friend Van Lathan what 80s movie characters best represented my sons. And I was like, well, you can't say Ferris Bueller. And I think, in fact, that they have a lot of Cameron in them. But like, you want Ferris for all of them, right? You know?
Was it the guys who work in the garage?
What?
Was it the guys who work in the garage?
That was it. That was it.
We all want to be Ferris.
I know. That's the beauty of the film. I know. There we go.
Great movie.
Yeah.
You've got printouts in front of you.
Yeah, I do, because I...
Do you have any commentary on Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Did you want to add anything about that film?
That's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Oh, bless her. We had a lovely moment in front of the Surratt this afternoon. We're just looking at all the dots, you know?
It's like drafting with my dad.
In Oscar nominee, I'm taking Hoop Dreams.
Yeah.
I wanted this, obviously. This is one of the best documentaries ever made.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Some would say the best documentary ever made. Steve James's masterpiece, following two young guys attempting to make it from, I believe it's the south side of Chicago, and trying to make it into the upper crust of collegiate basketball, and
the idea of getting into college,
the NBA. And heartbreaking and incredibly intimate movie about family and about sacrifices that are made. And, you know, we just talked about Moneyball last night, about sports movies that are about not quite getting there, not quite making it, not quite achieving what you'd hope to achieve. And that might be the best sports movie ever about that idea. Fair to say?
I think it's the best sports movie ever made, in my view. Carrie and I were asked to do top 10 lists for the 1990s for IndieWire, and Hoop Dreams was number 1 on my list. I think it's a great movie about the city of Chicago. I think it's a great movie about athletics. Unlike some of the other movies on here, it's about poor people, and it's about working class people, and it's about people who are a real part of this city.
We don't have to tear down Richard Kimball to lift up Hoop Dreams. Dr. Richard Kimball.
It's a real Chicago story. Steve James is a great documentarian, and he's continued to be a great documentarian, both in movie and TV form. And it was my number 1 pick. I got my number 1, so I'm feeling very good about that.
How are your predictions going so far?
What's that?
How are your predictions going so far?
Oh, I'm 100%.
You are.
How convenient. You have another pick.
In comedy, I'll take the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
This is a blow.
Oh.
This is a blow for you?
This is a blow for my strategy.
You love 2 whole fried chickens and white toast, or...
I assumed that this would be on your list, so
Who's Jake and who's Elwood here?
I don't think we need to answer that question.
Okay.
This was a real. My dad was like, "Hey Amanda, you're 5 years old. Here's the Blues Brothers," and I think I'm better for it.
One weird thing about the Blues Brothers movie is it's 6 hours long.
Yeah.
Do people remember that? It's incredibly long.
There's a car chase that you grow a beard during. Like it is. It is really something else.
But Aretha Franklin's in this movie.
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin isn't in any of those other movies that are up
Well, if that's the criteria, then I didn't know. You know?
We're just grabbing new elements to help win drafts, aren't we? Just building your resume in unique ways.
I'm back.
You're back.
You don't want to say anything else about the Blues Brothers?
About the Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
What's to say, man? It's a rockin' good time. It's a great comedy. And it stood the test of time. It's great. Belushi was lightning in a bottle, and we didn't have him for long enough. But he was, at the time he died, he had the #1 album, the #1 movie, and the #1 TV show. They don't make him like that. He was a phenomenon.
Okay.
It's great. I love it.
Did you think it was realistic when Carrie Fisher shot a bazooka into his hotel and everybody lives? Yeah.
I wasn't watching for the realism.
Do you know my whole nugget about the poster on the wall in Jake and Elwood's apartment?
No.
Do the nugget.
Dare I do it again?
Do the nugget.
Okay, I did this on the rewatchable, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself for anybody, but there's a poster on the wall early in the film, and the poster is of Linda Carter, who was Wonder Woman on television, nude. It's a fake Playboy centerfold. And this is a very curious thing because one, she never was a centerfold, but two, she was cast in a movie called Apocalypse Now to be one of the Playboy bunnies who gets off the helicopter and seduces some of the soldiers. And she couldn't make the film work because of the crazy schedule of the film. And they recast her part with Colleen Camp. And they recreated the same photo shoot and put Colleen Camp's centerfold in the movie. But the Linda Carter centerfold exists in the Blues Brothers. So the Blues Brothers takes place in an alternate universe where Linda Carter stars in Apocalypse Now.
That's good.
Is that not one of the craziest things in movie history?
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Also,
I did that from memory.
Henry Gibson, too. I just have to say Henry Gibson.
He's good.
That's a great performance.
All right, I have another pick. Tracy, can you guess what it is?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay. The floor is yours.
What? No,
Yeah.
I'm not. No.
All right. Okay.
I'm not steal your thunder.
In Blockbuster, and it could have cleared the $75 million as well, which was a threshold under consideration. I will, of course, be taking my best friend's wedding. Yeah, I did actually own this on VHS also, and it was not really a robust VHS collection. It was pretty much Ferris Bueller, My Best Friend's Wedding, and Apollo 13. So I thank you, Chicago, I guess, for raising me. This is, I do think it's a top 5 romantic comedy for me, and this is the Julia Roberts rom-com that I have watched the most. Then Notting Hill, then Pretty Woman. I respect them all, but I mean, they're all magical, but I like that she's the evil one in this. Oh, thank you. I was going to, listen, I'm going to talk and then, but it's, thank you. It is making fun and sending up a genre that I like very much while also hitting all of the notes. This soundtrack was very formative to me. Blockbuster. And with this, I say a little prayer for you and the lobster hands and you guys know what I'm talking about. Really, really good stuff. The boat ride today was quite emotional, given, what happens between Dermot Mulroney, or doesn't quite happen between Dermot Mulroney and Julia Roberts on the boat. And I just, it is a romantic comedy, but she still doesn't get the guy, and I appreciate that.
Can I ask you about a scene in this film?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I have to admit that this was brought to my attention when I went and saw this movie screened, and several comedians, it was like Doug Loves Movies, and several comedians are kind of making fun of the movie while we're watching it, and also loving the film while we're watching it. There's a scene where Julia Roberts impersonates Dermot Mulroney by writing an email she impersonates Cameron Diaz's dad.
She breaks into his office and she
writes an
is
email
writing
from
emails.
his account.
Right, yeah.
To Dermot Mulroney's boss at Sport Magazine.
Sure.
That man gets the email.
Yeah.
Writes a letter in response to this email, has it printed out.
Well, I wonder if it was
and people
fax.
take it by courier to Dermot Mulroney so that he knows that he is this is happening behind his back. And it is the weirdest conflation of communication methods. It's courier, email, letter writing.
Yeah.
And it was just it's right at that edge before the Matrix, before everything changed.
That also, it's delivered to him at the Drake Hotel.
That's right.
Yeah, which I didn't get to visit that one. But between that and Mission Impossible, a very important movie hotel.
As a journalist, how did you feel about her ethics as a restaurant reviewer?
Well, she was upfront, no disguises. She, in fact, takes one bite and then announces, I'm writing it up as, inventive and whatever. I actually didn't rewatch this movie. I've seen it so many times. It could be worse. I'm more concerned that she's 28 and the restaurant critic of a major newspaper. I'm really happy that you're 28. And also, if you are the critic at a major newspaper, that's awesome. But it's not happening for most people right now. What?
Our media is in so much trouble.
Yeah, no, it's
these
true.
28-year-olds.
How do you feel about the fact that they had a pact to marry each other at the age of 28 if they weren't already married? Because that's. Listen, give yourselves a little more time. If anyone out here, it's okay.
I really admire the way the movie establishes the conceit, the premise of the film is established so early in the movie. It's like, here's what we're doing, folks. This is the concept. This is of a high concept romantic comedy. This is the concept. We'll get to the character development later, right? Okay. I think that a lot of movies now spend 20 minutes in the character development before they introduce the inciting incident. And this movie doesn't. I really admire the way it gets to its business.
Yes. She falls off the bed and it's like, what? And that's that.
Yeah. And I admire the physical the physical comedies introduced, even though there are players in it who you don't think of as physical comedy actors, right?
Right. Are you just mad that her family is like a White Sox owner instead of the Cubs? Like, what's your damage?
I'm not mad. Don't say I'm mad.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Life's full of decisions, big and small, and sometimes you make one you can really stand behind. For example, I'm trying to get my daughter to watch more movies. I suggested a childhood favorite recently, and she bought in, and I'm glad I did. State Farm gets it. Making confident choices can make all the difference. That's why with the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you can choose the right amount of coverage to help create an affordable price for you. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on ratings plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state. Well, Chris is going to be mad. In Blockbuster, I'm taking The Color of Money.
Okay. So let's talk about this from a Chicago movie.
Well, let's talk about whether this is a Chicago movie.
Right. This is what I'm saying.
It was shot here, correct?
They meet here.
They
shot some of it here, yes.
They shot some of it here. I would say this is an example of a film being spiritually Chicago.
Oh, okay. So you're going to give it to him, even though they then go out on the road for a while and then ultimately wind up in Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, yes.
Sure, in your neck of the woods.
In my neck of the woods, yeah. What? Give me some of the reasoning behind why you chose this.
I think Vince represents the essence of the town.
Vince? Okay.
Which you might think, Paul Newman's character, the legendary character carrying over from The Hustler, hard-bitten, coming from nothing, working hard to build himself up over time, represents Chicago. But Chicago, as I've learned in the last 48 hours, a town of flash, a town of pizzazz, a showman's town.
Yeah.
A town where a man may wear his own name on a t-shirt, such as Vince does. And I don't know, there's something about the kind of like working class moving into pool hall identity, the kind of like doing everything you can to get the most that you can energy that is in the first 40 minutes of this movie that is unmistakable.
What was the name of the pool hall? Was that Lincoln Athletic Club we were walking by?
Yeah, on Diversey.
Yeah, so I guess they shot there. Okay, good pick, Sean.
This is directed by Martin Scorsese.
I know.
It stars Tom Cruise and Paul Newman. It's one of the best sports movies ever made. Is it in the conversation with Hoop Dreams, Tracy?
No.
Put that on a T.
Okay.
I feel good about the pick. You guys can undermine me if you'd like.
No, well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens?
Yeah, because I think...
Is that like a threat for later tonight?
What you did is you broke the seal.
Oh, okay.
And now we're going to start coloring outside the lines.
Okay.
And that's why I am going to pick Dark Knight.
Okay.
In Blockbuster. I spent some time this week with Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises, and I have come to the conclusion that Batman Begins is largely set in Mongolia. The Dark Knight is a Chicago film, and Dark Knight Rises is a Pittsburgh movie. And I think that that's pretty watertight, and I'll take this in Blockbuster.
Okay. In Blockbuster?
Once again, I ask, is Christopher Nolan okay? How did Gotham go from Chicago to Pittsburgh? Has anyone confronted him about this? Have you?
Yeah, maybe we could have if we put this movie on 25 for 25.
No
instead of
regrets.
Oppenheimer. Oh.
No regrets. It should have been Memento.
Oppenheimer is on this long list. Is there an Oppenheimer card in there?
There could be.
Yeah.
Let's not spoil it.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Dark Knight?
Any thoughts on
The Dark Knight?
No.
It'd be incredible if he was third chair, honestly. If we were just like, Tracy, F1, what do you think, man? Nothing. I don't like driving. That's not a thing.
Are you stepping back? Are you ceding territory?
I'm just saying, just think about, you can see what the other side is like over here, You'll miss me when I'm gone.
You have no more material on The Dark Knight?
This movie rocks. And they flip a truck in the middle of the street, and Heath Ledger gives one of their great villain performances of all time. Although, was he a villain, And what a brilliant movie, Eckhart, the DA.
Yeah, well, he got away from you at the end there, but yeah, much like the movie.
You a Two-Face guy?
I thought he gave an effective performance. I thought it was, he had it stacking up. It was Brockovich and that, and then he kind of left to do The White House has been attacked movies.
Do you have like a kind of common empathy for Two-Face's plight? That he is seeking goodness, but then a crazed clown burns off half of his face and thinks that a caped crusader did it, and so he has to seek revenge on the rest of the city?
Yes,
okay.
I do think that that's a very empathetic arc. Should I pick?
Yeah,
am I on the turn here?
Yeah, you're on the turn.
Dark Knight Rises is not eligible.
Dark Knight Rises is a Pittsburgh movie.
Okay.
It's like Doug Drabeck. It might as well just be the Pittsburgh Pirates.
No one here knows who Doug Drabeck is, Chris.
I will take for drama.
Okay.
Think of a movie.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's just category stuff. I'm going to take Primal Fear.
Oh, okay. No, I'll find it. You talk.
And I'm going to take it in Oscar nominee.
Oscar nominee?
For Ed Norton. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said I'm going to take a drama.
I changed my mind. It is a drama. It's a thriller. It's comic in places. Richard Gere is funny in this movie. In Oscar nominee. Thanks. Wow, what a lineup. The big three. This is just such
Who directed this movie? Can you remember who directed this film?
Hoblet?
Hoblet, Gregory Hoblet.
Yeah, don't try and throw a strike past me.
What's your second favorite Hoblet film?
He made a Denzel movie that was fucked up. I can't remember what it was called.
It's called Fallen.
Yes.
You guys seen Fallen, where the devil goes into Denzel? Crazy
right.
movie. You seen Fallen?
No.
Do you wait? But do you own Fallen on Blu-ray?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I was going to start this show. I seriously considered starting this show by bringing the Blu-rays that I bought at TerrorVision on stage and just talking through them for 40 minutes. This is a true story. I'm going to tell it right here. We went to TerrorVision yesterday, and incredible selection of imports and obscure exploitation films from around the world. And every single disc that I pulled off of a shelf and showed to Tracy, he was like, I've got that. Every single one. Like 30 of them.
Yes.
He had them all. Okay, I'm done.
No, it was like watching Morpheus and Neo train. It was just like...
In that equation, though, am I the chosen one?
I guess so, when it comes to wasting money on DVDs. But yeah. I think you're up.
Yeah, you got to pick.
Okay. The Cinema of Hoblet has been selected. Okay. I've currently got Oscar nominee and Blockbuster.
Okay. Do you want us to fill right now?
Well, I'm thinking.
All right.
I'm thinking hard. Now, this is an interesting question. Is His Girl Friday a Chicago film?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. Don't even try it.
The play that the film is based on is set in Chicago.
It's all about their
man
train
and
to
take
Albany.
the front page.
I will absolutely walk out of this theater.
Maybe I should take it then. Okay.
Actually, I actually think there's an argument to be made for His Girl Friday being considered a Chicago film.
They're in New York.
They're not.
They're not?
No,
They
they're
don't
traveling to Albany. Even in the original play, written by Ben Hecht and Charles MacArthur, they're traveling to Albany on the train from Chicago. Though His Girl Friday never makes explicit that they're in the city of Chicago, they even say in the original 1931 film, they say...
Googling shit. I know in the original, Tracy,
he's
we're
welcome
talking about His Girl
to
Friday.
take it for the front page. Either version.
I
See,
think
this is hard because she didn't plan for this and she would have taken it. And now she's mad that it's considered eligible.
I did, but it's not stated as Chicago. And
it's
because
not
they've moved
stated
it.
as Chicago,
Yeah,
and it's
stated as
not
Chicago.
filmed in Chicago,
Yeah.
and nobody in it is from Chicago. All of that is true. That's all true.
Now, we didn't determine that any of those are parameters around which
we didn't.
a movie would be a Chicago
But
film.
can you look at yourself in the mirror?
With great
I
joy.
know that Batman is from Chicago. And that Christian Bale and Gary Oldman and Heath Ledger cut their teeth here, you know?
I think the 1931 front page is a more honest pick than
agree.
His Girl Friday.
Oh, thank you for weighing in.
Yeah.
What about Wayne's World?
There you go. That's better.
Now, that's a Chicago movie. It's also a suburbs of Chicago movie. And how did the suburbs work here? Is the suburbs truly part of the city? Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Now, as a Long Islander, I don't claim New York City. I'm not from New York City. I'm from Long Island. So if you're from the suburbs of Chicago, you cannot claim Chicago. But they do go to Chicago in the film Wayne's World. So I'll be taking Wayne's World in comedy.
I think we all hear the muted response.
Yeah.
You took Wayne's World 2.
Yeah. Did you mean to do that?
Wayne's World 2 is set in the desert with a Native American man. I'll need to find that. Here it is. I'll have you know you're our guest. This may be your house, but you are our guest. You're up. His Girl Friday?
Yeah. I'm not going to do it. I thought about it. I'm going to be a bit strategic here.
That's a first.
Well,
It's her
You're
fault.
mad.
It's her fault.
You're mad because everyone shamed you into doing the honorable thing. As we all know, action and horror and thriller tends to generally be a slightly thinner category for me, research-wise, and The Fugitive is gone. So, and The Dark Knight was also maybe on my list, but I'm actually happy that instead, in action horror thriller, I am going to take Widows. Starring Viola Davis, Michelle Rodriguez, Elizabeth Debicki, Colin Farrell, Cynthia Erivo, Brian Tyree Henry, Daniel Kaluuya, Robert Duvall, Liam Neeson, John Bernthal, and Carrie Coon. And a dog who is really good in that scene and also in Game Night. This movie, I remember we saw it at the time and we're like, this is a movie. You and I were very psyched about it. And then this is directed by Steve McQueen and stars everyone I just named and is a very Chicago movie and about Chicago politics. And other forces. And it was like a muted response. I guess people kind of liked it. No Oscars, kind of forgotten. Rewatched it again yesterday. A banger. Just a great movie.
It's a great movie.
I'm thrilled to have it.
Very memorable moment where Colin Farrell is playing kind of a powerful man. The camera is on the front of the car, and you see out the back of the windshield the whole city moving from the poorest parts of the city all the way to where he lives. And probably never seen Chicago quite that clearly in a movie for such an extended shot. It's like 10 minutes in that film.
Carrie and I have never seen Widows.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
She didn't have a very good time making it.
Yeah.
She didn't have a very good time making it. And sometimes the experience you have when you're making a movie colors how you feel about watching it later. So she just wasn't enthusiastic. I mean, it wasn't like, I'll never watch that thing. It was just, we own it.
Okay.
We own it on I think there's a nice 4K of Widows. We haven't watched it yet. We'll watch it sometime.
So it was not on that piece of paper?
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I should hope so.
Oh, I actually have it listed just because I knew it was, but far down.
Sure.
I mean, I wasn't going to pick it because I haven't seen it.
All right.
You're getting negged here.
I guess so. I mean, I'm sad about that.
I'm
but,
gonna go put Widows up on the board. You're sticking with this, yeah?
I'm sticking. Yeah, no. I mean, I
because he hasn't seen it.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah, but I'm sticking with it. I thought she was very good in it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, we should watch it.
Watch along? The three of us, you and Carrie,
Sure,
for the first time.
We'll do a watch along.
Could be a good pod. Could be interesting. Okay. You have 2 selections.
Yeah, and it's getting a little dicey. The board's getting a little dicey.
Thinning out.
But
His Girl Friday is still available.
Yeah.
It's fine.
In action horror thriller, I'm going to take Henry, Portrait of a Serial.
Yeah. That's the true essence of Chicago.
Yeah.
This is a heartwarming crowd pleaser.
Are you sure you don't want to put it in comedy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's right.
This
You're
film
doing a great job.
is directed by
John McNaughton, right?
John McNaughton, director of Wild Things. All you Wild Things fans out
And
there.
Mad Dog and Glory, yeah.
Mad Dog and Glory, a number of other very good films. It stars Michael Rooker in an absolutely terrifying performance as a man named Henry who is a serial killer.
Yeah, all of that's true. It's very scary. It's very Chicago. Lower Wacker has never been more terrifying than in Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. It's really shown to terrifying effect. Michael Rooker went to school at DePaul University and to the theater school. And around the time that I arrived in town, he was just making this movie. The movie was coming out, this mid-'80s. And he was at a party and he gave a girl a ride home from the party. And as he was dropping her off, he said, you haven't seen Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, have you? And she said, no, I haven't. And he said, that's why you let me give you a ride home.
I was
really
nervous
great
during that story, but it worked out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a great, it shares something in common with Texas Chainsaw Massacre and some movies of that ilk, in that part of the genius of the film is you're not quite sure that the people who made it aren't madmen themselves, right? You're like, I don't know that the person who's got control of the wheel here is morally responsible.
Those are literally my favorite films, yeah.
Right? That's part of the chilling effect of Henry. You feel scared even kind of putting it on to watch it. It's a scary experience.
Interesting choice by you.
Why is that?
It's revealing. You have another pick.
You have another pick.
What if that piece of paper just says Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer? Like 55 times?
All work and no play makes Tracy Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
And then it's just Wayne's World once. Yeah.
I have another pick. What do I owe? Drama, blockbuster, wild card. Consult my maps and charts here. In Blockbuster, I'm going to take The Untouchables.
I'll do it. I got it for you.
Just a real movie and shows Chicago. I mean, as I say, De Palma didn't cast any Chicagoans in this film, other than the great Del Close, who was improv guru and a great guy and a friend of mine. He was also in Picasso at Le Panagile for a while. I did that with Del. He has the line in the movie where he says, "You guys are supposed to be untouchable." Is that the thing? That's Del Close. It's just a real, it's a delight, the movie. It's so much fun. I think it's De Palma sort of at his most fun, sort of cutting loose. I mean, Sean Connery, as an Irishman, is akin to Mickey Rooney playing that Japanese character in Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's just an absolute fucking insult to the Irish.
You did this, Chris.
When he goes like, "That's the Chicago way," that's fucking hard. That's so cool.
It's just a good time. Anybody have anything to say about The Untouchables?
De Niro in this, fantastic. Really living life to the fullest. Great opera scene from him. A little tear coming down the eye. That's why he's the best. Yeah, I love this film. I would have taken it in a second. I wish if there was a best score category, Ennio Morricone, one of my favorite scores is The Untouchables.
Yeah, it's amazing score. There's some writing in there. It's hard
for Canada in it.
Kevin Costner to say, "I've become what I beheld." That's tough. That's tough for all of us.
Yeah,
that was me like 180 podcasts ago.
Yeah.
I've become what I beheld. In my opinion, minor De Palma.
You're so wrong. What are you talking about?
It's not
all right,
one of my faves.
Not
one of my faves.
It's not. It doesn't get freaky in the way that he likes to.
The
but
baby
it's good.
carriage coming down the train station.
That's really, really upsetting.
Dressed to Kill, Carrie.
Yeah, that's fine.
Untouchables is here. It's eye level, not over my head.
There's 30 feet of shit, and then there's the Untouchables.
No, it's a very good movie. I like it.
You took fucking Wayne's World. What are you talking about?
Have you seen Wayne's World?
I think it's minor De Palma. You took Wayne's World.
It's Wayne's World. This guy didn't even watch Widows. Come on. How seriously can we take these takes? All right, what do I have to get? Drama, action, horror?
It's me
you're
again.
up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I really honestly can't believe that this is falling in place to me. And in the fourth round for Oscar nominee, I would be taking Home Alone. Which, good. Oh, you clapped for that one.
I was just informed that the suburbs are not Chicago.
Well, there's a major sequence in O'Hare.
And he sent us the photo.
I sent you guys the
there
picture.
we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And also, I guess the plane they've just taken off from Chicago. It's airspace.
Let's play this out. Home Alone 6.
Okay.
You and Zach and Cy are getting on a plane.
Right.
Knox is at home.
Yeah, he even has a little haircut. It's just I haven't showed him this one yet because I think he would still be too scared by it. And I remember being a little scared, more about people breaking in than about being left at home. That honestly looks great. And frankly, like Home Alone 2, my own, charge card at the plaza, sign me up. Yeah, but I mean, I guess we could do it, but it would be pretty sad. This is an emotional movie as well as really, really funny and slapstick comedy. And you just can't imagine being 6 years old and seeing this movie, which you're all so young that you maybe you were 6 when you saw it, but really spoke to us.
Great pick.
Thank you.
Nice pick.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay.
Suburban, but nice pick. Yeah.
I've got a pick. And in drama, I'll be taking Risky Business.
Good.
Wow, muted applause? I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I thought there would be more thrills at Rebecca De Mornay and Tom Cruise's undeniable chemistry.
When they went on the train together
and they found
things
love.
happened, how did you feel inside, Chris?
Well, I support public transportation, and whatever it takes to keep our great L running, This would also be in my favorite score if we were doing a favorite music from Chicago movie, Tangerine Dream, Cookin'.
Drama's a little shifty.
I think
isn't
that is a little.
is.
He's got a point.
What is it?
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy drama. I mean, things get dark.
It's very dramatic. I mean, it's borderline thriller.
Yeah.
When Joey Pants comes around, that's terrifying stuff.
All right.
Shall we consult Wikipedia? It will invariably say, Risky Business is a 1985 comedy drama thriller.
Right,
so that never helps.
You're looking at me.
No
it's my
notes?
turn? No, I'm allowing this. I think this is a very forgiving audience, so I think that you can have Risky Business. I mean, it's obviously a quintessential Chicago movie, but drama is a stretch.
I'm under attack here.
I
from all si- on all
actually think
sides.
it's okay in drama.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amanda.
I, in general, am more flexible on category fraud as opposed to Chicago fraud.
Okay. Chris, you have 2 picks.
What's that? There you go.
Oh.
Wikipedia.
Yeah,
Coming
but
of age teen comedy.
but that's what, it's 82? Is that when Risky
A
Business
little
came
later.
out?
85?
85? Oh, I mean,
86?
but like even in 85, their definition of comedy was like
It's
a little
not
different.
Porky's.
Yeah.
Risky Business?
Well, yeah, come on.
It's basically a crime movie.
Okay,
We'd get arrested now if we let our kids do that. So
for drama, so I have 2.
You have 2 picks.
For drama, I'm going to do 8 Men Out. Is that because of the White Sox part, the gambling part? I feel like John Sayles' incredible film about the fall of this amazing baseball team.
Did you throw any games when you were a young baseball player?
When I was in the 1910s, did I throw on games?
No, when you were in like 8th grade.
Oh, when I was in 8th grade?
Yeah.
I can't.
he made
confirm or
varsity.
deny that.
We established that yesterday
We
on
had
the
a
street.
shouting match in which Chris aloud said, I made varsity, shut up.
I actually think the muted response might be that I don't know this to be the case, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this audience doesn't know the movie, has not seen the movie 8 Men Out. I don't know how much it's been watched.
Yeah, it's a John Sayles movie about the White Sox, aka the Black Sox. It stars David Strathairn and John Cusack, and D.B. Sweeney plays Joe Jackson, who would later feature in Field of Dreams in some way, played by Ray Liotta. Anyway, this is an incredibly dense and well-written piece of filmmaking, and I love this movie. Oh, I have another pick, right?
Here,
You do.
yeah.
And
Do you want to sit? I'll do it.
Studs Terkel in 8 Men Out. I have to shout out Studs.
Studs
in
Terkel.
8 Men
I
Out.
mean, you're good on your feet, so if you want to keep moving.
And then for
Hold on. Don't say it yet.
Okay.
Show of hands. How many of you have not seen 8 Men Out?
That's a lot of
Most of the
people.
audience.
For those of you at home,
lot.
roughly
Thank you.
80%
That's
of the
okay,
audience.
but
has
now
their
you
hands
have
up.
a movie recommendation.
Yeah, I guess that's what that is. I thought everybody's gonna be like, yeah, Chris, way to go, dude. Tracy, do you like this film?
Yeah, sure. I think John Sayles is maybe our most underrated filmmaker. I really
agree
do.
with you. For comedy, I'm going to take The Sting. Redford, Newman, George Roy Hill directing. That would be funny. This win Best Picture?
It did win Best
Yes.
Picture, yes.
Could have had an Oscar.
1973.
I put
Between
Ed
the
Norton there
Godfathers,
instead.
I believe.
Indeed.
Does anyone even mention Chicago in Sleepless in Seattle?
She's in Chicago in the movie.
Oh, I thought she was in Baltimore for some reason.
No.
I haven't seen it in a while.
So mad.
Too busy watching 8 Men Out, you know? Like, The Sting is one of my favorite. I've seen this movie probably in comedy. And I've seen this movie dozens of times. This was one of my parents' favorite movies. And I think I prefer it to Butch and Sundance, honestly.
What in the world?
Just throwing it out there.
That's quite an opinion.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
My parents
what was
also
that?
really liked this movie. It was another Hey, You're
He said
Five.
he prefers it to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That's kind of a shame.
Yeah, okay.
I think Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, there are elements of it that are kind of dated.
Right.
And The Sting remains timeless to me. Even though, you know.
It's good.
It's 4 guys who want to have a drink after this in the crowd who are right on board with you, who love that take. Well, I'm in a bit of a pickle, as I always am at this stage of the draft. You know, I'm missing action, horror, thriller, and wild card. And so I think I will take a personal favorite that has probably been seen by fewer people than those who saw 8 Men Out, but a movie written and directed by David Mamet called House of Games. Starring Joe Mantegna and Lindsay Krause. Thank you. An extraordinary con man movie. And if you like con men movies, this is quite literally my favorite, that takes us inside the world of a con man and a psychologist who is attempting to explore this underbelly of the city and the people who inhabit it. A number of Chicago actors in the movie. This is certainly the first time I saw Ricky Jay, the famed magician and historian who plays a very nasty type who's in on the con. My dad showed me this movie when I was about 10 years old, and this is my dad's movie. This is exactly the kind of movie that he likes, and was always trying to show me this kind of thing, and it made a huge impression on me. So as an act of recommendation, if you have not seen House of Games, it has actually been released by the Criterion Collection. Maybe you can track down a copy. I love this movie.
Tracy, do you own it? Do you own this?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Sean has spent this weekend giving us some of the more treasured nuggets of wisdom that his father imparted on him. Did he have anything about con men or House of Games?
No, but I'll share the two that I shared with you guys, which is if you use drugs, I will put you in prison myself. That is a true thing he said to me that I was an adolescent. And then the other thing, which I shared with Tracy as he was barking at me about his strategy today, I said, jealousy is a weak emotion. I learned that from my father. And here we are today.
And that was very revealing.
Okay, I'm up.
You're up.
In drama, I have drama and wild card left. So in drama, I do think this fits, but we can open it up to the floor. I will be taking A League of Their Own, which obviously has its funny moments. But you know, that lady's husband died in the war, and Bill Pullman's gone for like a really long time, and he's sad. And then the sisters, you know, they don't see each other again until Cooperstown many years later when they have really old makeup on.
This used to be their playground.
Yeah. Anyway.
When that hit in the movie theater at the end, when Madonna, the needle dropped.
Oh my God.
That was
so, Madonna, Rosie, Gina Davis, obviously, Lori Petty. And again, I guess I had never thought about it, that this came out at an impressionable age for me and was about women playing baseball. And it's probably another reason I like baseball as much as I do. But, you know, an amazing, it could have gone in like 5 categories, right? Of like blockbuster, Oscar nominee. But I'm doing drama, and I love that movie very much.
I think this is like a wider Illinois movie, right? There's like some Peoria in this, right?
Yeah, I mean, Rockford is a suburb,
Peaches.
right?
Yeah.
Which what?
No,
what?
I'm not.
Listen, I'm learning, okay? But it did when we were flying in, you know, and you're watching the map as you like get closer and closer to Rockford showed up on the map, and I was like, hey. But the field, when they come for tryouts and everything, that's Chicago.
Remember when I got booed for having been here 4 times and you got applauded for being here 1 time? What the fuck was that? Dob Mob. It's a cult. It's a cult.
I think first of all, we haven't put the card up.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Sean's got it.
I think you've now been exposed for not giving Sean more shit about risky business because you were planning to put A League of Their Own in drama.
Wait, you put this in drama?
Tracy.
Those two movies are comedies.
When was the last time you saw A League of Their Own?
When it came out.
Okay.
Didn't shed a tear.
Okay. Okay.
Your Widows is gonna blow your mind, man. I'll allow it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You got it. I got you.
Yeah, the fix is in, man.
Collusion.
Her husband died in the war. There's a telegram. Come on.
Yeah, man. Marla Hooch.
Jimmy Dugan's got to bring it to her.
Think
And
of
it's
Marla
like,
Hooch's emotional struggles, you know?
When Tom Hanks
Outcast.
urinates for 4 minutes.
That is really, listen.
It's like, this is what Shakespeare meant all the world is a stage and he's peeing on it.
One of the Blu-rays I got yesterday was the film Tank Girl, which also stars Lori Petty. And I think that's the film she made immediately after A League of Their Own. Is that right?
Sure, yeah, that sounds
thanks. You got your final 2 picks. Right now on the board for you, wild card and drama. You still thinking about Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer?
That's all that's written here.
Can I take it again?
In drama, no, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
In drama, I'm going to take a movie that's probably the least watched film of any that will be announced tonight, and that is the movie Medium Cool.
Here, I might have to make the card. You talk, I'll do it. You talk, I'll do it. Yeah.
Now, do we feel like more people have seen 8 Men Out than Medium Cool?
Yes.
I guess you're right. Haskell Wexler. Haskell Wexler directed this.
Haskell Wexler. My son is named Haskell. He's named after my grandfather. He's not named after Haskell Wexler. But Haskell Wexler is he's the only other Haskell I know. He's a great cinematographer, an important cinematographer, and he was a pissed off dude, and Medium Cool is a pissed off movie. And if you haven't seen it, it's kind of remarkable. As Sean points out, it takes a little patience. It's a bit of a slow burn.
It's a product of its time.
Very much. It was shot, the great Robert Forster plays the lead. He plays a cameraman, a journalist cameraman. And the movie was shot, some of it was shot during the Chicago riots in 1968. And it is kind of a docu-fiction because we see fictional characters interacting with very real drama. There's a remarkable moment in the movie when the cops are busting up some protesters in the park, and they throw some tear gas, and you hear a guy shout, "Look out, Haskell, it's real." Yeah, it's remarkable. And Haskell Wexler left it in the film because he was making a movie about the here and now of 1968. But, what goes around comes around, and turns out that fascist cops in 1968 might look scarily familiar now too. So it has some. It's got some scary relevance, and so I advise you to check out Medium Cool, and I put it up there so you will check out a very interesting, provocative movie.
What if I was just like, overrated? Miserable tripe.
That's not going to win me the draft. I know that.
Okay.
You've got wild card.
Yeah, I do.
You can bring it home.
It's going to win you the draft,
Yeah.
this wild card pick?
I'm not going to win the draft.
I have several text messages from Tracy that say, I will win this draft.
I will win this draft in here, where it counts. In wild card, I'm going to take Love Jones.
Oh, amazing.
Nice.
I could have done it for you, Tracy, but now you're up.
You guys have anything to say about it? You watched it, Sean.
I just watched it this week because I saw that you had watched it, and I knew that it was going to be in those bags. And kind of a beautiful, very underseen story about a young black couple, 2 young people coming together in Chicago in the late 90s. One, a kind of poet musician trying to make his way in the city as an artist who's got a bit of a hustler mentality when it comes to women, and then Nia Long, a professional woman who is not sure if the man played by Lorenz Tate is serious enough about their love, that has like incredible performances, a real sense of ease. And the filmmaker, whose name escapes me right now, has not directed another film. And he's often considered one of the sort of like victims of the way that black filmmakers are overlooked in Hollywood over the years?
His name's Theodore Witcher, and it's I'll be honest with you, I didn't know the movie. I watched it in preparation for this draft, and I was just kind of, Criterion has an edition of it, and I was just kind of knocked out by it. I didn't know this movie at all. It wasn't what I thought it was. I guess I had an impression that it was like soul food, that there was a kind of softness, a kind of soft ease to the romantic comedy aspect. But it's a tougher movie than that, and it just seems very emotionally honest. And it's a hard movie to do well, and I think it's very well done. So again, if you haven't seen it, check out Love Jones.
It's a great pick. I have wild card left, and we can just do a yes, no to the crowd. I don't want to hear from anyone up on this stage. Is Mean Girls too suburban? Okay, well, all right, here's the thing. Are we being inconsistent? Look in your own hearts, because listen, this is a hugely important and great comedy and movie for my generation and maybe yours. And I have felt really bad that we have not been talking about it on 25 for 25 or, spoiler alert, it's not on 25 for 25, sorry. I mean, I don't know.
Imagine if it was like number 3. Mean Girls. That would be weird.
Some other good stuff is. It's okay.
Good movie.
But both comedy-wise, sociologically, obviously it spawned a musical, which was very confusing, and then a reboot that was also a musical, but then they redid all the lines. It's meme central on the internet, which is important. Lindsay Lohan is obviously very important to me. And
Long Island.
But I thought it was suburban. So are you guys sure? Yeah, now you want to claim it.
This is all very squishy.
Okay, it's fine. I have a backup.
I guess I have to admit, it never, ever, ever occurred to me that Mean Girls was a Chicago
That's fine.
film.
I've got a backup, and it is very... Okay, so we have an audience member that says they talk more about Madison, Wisconsin.
Shots fired at Madison, Wisconsin.
I opened it up. That's fine. Let's get real.
Midwest nice, huh?
My actual wild card takes place on public transportation, and it is, of course, while you were sleeping. This movie is so messed up. Like, I know it's become a cliche to say, and my best friend's wedding is also in this category of like the lessons that women of my age or film viewers of my age were taught from romantic comedies are just truly how to be a sociopath. But this is fairly indefensible. Tracy, are you familiar with While You're Sleeping?
I didn't, yeah, I'm familiar with it.
So she's in love with Peter Gallagher from afar.
Right.
She works in it's the L,
She
right?
is Sandra Bullock, by the way.
I'm sorry, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock works, she is like a ticket collector or a coin collector. Listen,
Bill Pullman.
Classic where you find Sandra Bullock kind of game.
I'm sorry?
Bill Pullman's in this movie.
Yeah. But so we're getting there.
Yeah.
all right.
So
You're double Pullmaning.
yeah,
Pullman
but
to
not
Pullman.
in Sleepless in Seattle, because that is a movie about Seattle, even if technically they work in Chicago in the beginning. So she's in love. She sees Peter Gallagher taking the train every day, and she's in love with him from afar. And then he is in an accident and goes into a coma, and she starts visiting him in the hospital and meets his family, and surprise, he's an asshole. And so his family doesn't know who he's dating. So she says, yeah, it's me. And then she befriends his whole family. And she's a lonely person, as they always are. And then...
Yeah, that hag, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Can't meet a guy.
So
when she's not taking the bus across LA, she's just taking tickets in Chicago. And
so she finds
this
catch
a break?
Family and finds love and warmth, and also the patient and loving gaze of Bill Pullman, who is Peter Gallagher's brother. So, and then Peter Gallagher wakes up, doesn't remember anything, and like plays along for a little while, but then she's like, no, actually, I like your brother. And then in the end, she winds up with Bill Pullman. So to recap, she pretends to be dating someone in a coma and then leaves the person in the coma for her brother.
Why are you telling me all of this?
I don't know.
This is what it's like on every episode. Something happens where she's like, I've decided to recap the entire movie at you for 8 minutes, and I have no idea. I never asked for it. I just watched it happen to someone else, and I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm not alone. That was remarkable.
I've seen the movie. It's charming. Yeah.
Do you own it?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. It's not available on 4K yet?
They didn't have it at TerraVision.
Yeah, you'll let me know. Anyway, I'm pleased to have While You Were Sleeping, and also to have, I'll do it. To have been able to talk about Mean Girls, which is about Madison, Wisconsin, as we have learned.
So I've got one more pick left. I've got Wild Card, and I was listening to Tracy speak about Medium Cool and the time that we find ourselves in, and what a challenging moment this is in history. And it had me reflecting on a movie that changed the way that I thought about the world. And that movie is called Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
Will you do the entire plot of Transformers?
Think about it while I grab the card.
Is this you talk.
This film is directed by Michael Bay.
Is this the JFK one?
This is the JFK.
Should we all get
it? Was the moon landing and
Let's
JFK.
go. I read Libra.
This is a film that asks us to question whether or not Cybertron played a role in the faked moon landing.
Yeah.
And how long Optimus Prime and the Autobots have been protecting Earth. And the disinformation state that we find ourselves in.
Honestly,
in this country.
If this movie turned out to be true, like if tomorrow the Transformers emerged and we're like, we've always been here, we've been manipulating, wouldn't you honestly feel like a little relieved?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't it be like, God, well, thank God it wasn't the alternative, that we were like creeping into.
I don't think the movie is exploitative at all. I think it's completely sincere.
Yeah.
It's like something is up here and it might be giant robots. Like there is a chance that all this is happening for a reason.
Wait, so it's that they landed on the moon? What is it again? I saw this in
It's
theaters.
honestly much more complicated than
Let's
that.
go.
I'm not going to recap it the way you just recapped While You Were Sleeping. But it does take place in the same universe as While You Were Sleeping.
Oh, okay.
And it turns out Optimus Prime was in love with Bill Pullman all the time. Which is an amazing film, and I'm so proud to have it on my board.
Okay.
Great
job.
I'm just surprised you didn't put it in drama.
It's too real to be a drama.
But Risky Fucking Business was already there.
So I have the last pick. I have a question. How wild do we want to get? Because I have an idea for what mine. I doubt there's a card in this box for the film I'd like to suggest because it hasn't been made yet. But there is a large part of Heat 2 that takes place in Chicago. And as we get closer and closer to its possible production,
You're attempting to draft a film with no stars, no studio,
Warner
no
Brothers
green
is
light.
very happy with the early drafts that they've seen. Are you not on Reddit? Come on, dude. Now, it could actually come to pass that they're going to mostly concentrate on the Val Kilmer part, which takes largely place in Panama, I believe, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah, which is not a Chicago film. So for my wild card, I think I'm going to take Glengarry Glen Ross. Which is the second man that we picked.
I got it.
Tracy, you have been in the production of this play.
On this stage.
On this stage. So in honor of Tracy being here.
It's genuinely insulting that we're doing this on this stage.
I did, yeah.
Williamson.
I've done it twice, actually. I played Williamson both times, yeah.
Oh, they don't they're not like, hey, you want to try Roma or you want to try somebody else?
I liked the role of Williamson. oh shit, his name just left my, who played it in the original production?
Kevin's
J.T. Walsh.
Yes,
J.T. Walsh played it in the original production. And, you know, Williamson wins at the end of the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
2 R's. 1 N, 2 R's, but that's one word, and then okay, yeah. Just trying to be precise. It's about real estate. It's about Chinese restaurants. It's about
JT apparently had a terrible time when he was doing the play because he didn't like the fact that everybody on stage hated him and that they all called him a cunt, and you know he didn't have any fun doing that. But I didn't mind because I was like, at the end, I'm going to win. So you call me whatever you want because I know I'm going to win in the end of this play.
You got to say, will you go to lunch?
I did.
Will you?
I did. Okay. I said it better than that, but
Thank
yes.
I was doing Kevin Spacey doing
Right.
Williamson.
Right.
So naturally it wasn't as good. I didn't see you on stage because I wasn't alive.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Thus concludes our draft.
It does. How do you feel?
I think aside from a couple of examples of category fraud, I think it is a very good-looking Chicago movie board. Yeah.
Do you feel good about everything that you got, how you got it?
I do. Are you asking me to show remorse in any
No,
way?
no.
Because that's unlikely.
No.
No, I feel
I
great.
was actually wondering, though, if you could just run while you were sleeping back again, because I wasn't sure I got the nuance of the second act in your recap, though.
Well, she really likes the mom,
Yeah,
you know,
okay,
and she
yeah.
doesn't have a mother figure of her own. So, how do you feel?
Fine.
Yeah.
Chris, do you want to recap what you picked?
What I picked? Yeah, sure. In drama, I took 8 Men Out, which no one's seen. An Oscar nominee, I took Primal Fear, but didn't talk much about how amazing Edward Norton is in this film, and also the rest of the cast, like Maura Tierney and Richard Gere and
John Mahoney.
And John Mahoney.
Primal Fear.
Plays a
member of the company.
kind of naughty little priest. Dark Knight in Blockbuster, a Chicago movie. Thief, an action horror thriller, my favorite Chicago movie. Comedy, I took The Sting, which is better than Butch and Sundance. And in Wild Card, I took Glengarry Glen Ross, which Tracy has been in twice.
Well, in drama, I took one of the most dramatic films ever made, Risky Business. In Oscar nominee, I took The Fugitive. In Blockbuster, I took The Color of Money. In action horror thriller, I got House of Games. In comedy, I got Wayne's World. And in Wild Card, I took Transformers Dark of the Moon. And I'll have you know that there was a placard made for Transformers Dark of the Moon, and I feel proud of that.
Okay. In drama, I took A League of Their Own, which is about a woman receiving a sad telegram. In Oscar nominee, I got Home Alone. In Blockbuster, My Best Friend's Wedding. In action horror thriller, I got Widows, which I have seen. In comedy, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And Wild Card, an exploration of Sandra Bullock's journey into the unknown of her own heart, and also social conventions while you were sleeping.
In drama, I took Medium Cool. In Oscar nominee, I took Hoop Dreams. In Blockbuster, I took The Untouchables. In action horror thriller, I took Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. In comedy, I took The Blues Brothers. And in Wild Card, I took Love Jones.
You did that in Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer voice just there, yeah.
Do you think you could do this twice a week for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Wait,
is there a QR code of some kind?
Jack?
Whoa. Oh, do we do that before we do honorable mentions?
Right.
You're
We can
right.
do
You want to
honorable-
do some
yeah, yeah.
honorable mentions?
I do.
Let's do some.
I do, because there's some stuff, not a lot, not a ton. I'm not going to list 100 movies.
Well, you have to say Henry, a Portrait of a Serial Killer like 100 more times. You can do that.
There's a few things we should revisit here. My Bodyguard, which is a Tony Bill comedy, a beautiful coming-of-age comedy. first movie of Joan Cusack, first movie of Jennifer Beals, and a real Chicago movie is set in Chicago. Ordinary People, which is not on our board, but which is a very fine movie. And I hold the unpopular opinion that it was the rightful winner of Best Picture in 1980.
We saw a guy wearing an Ordinary People hat today.
Is that guy here tonight?
That's shocking.
I really honestly, when we saw him in line, I was like, oh, he's probably coming tonight.
He was wearing a hat that said Ordinary People?
Yes, and then he got on the architecture tour with us.
But was it the logo
font
from the film?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's an odd thing to represent. It's a very sincere drama about pain.
Cooley High.
Yes.
Which is a great teen comedy and took place in the Cabrini Green Housing Project, which is about 4 blocks from here. A real Chicago movie. The Front Page, 1931.
Yes.
An absolutely great Chicago play and a great representation of that play. Man with the Golden Arm, based on Nelson Algren, great Chicago writer. Otto Preminger film. Compulsion doesn't really count. It's kind of interesting there wasn't more John Hughes representation, don't you think? There wasn't a lot. Breakfast Club didn't get taken.
I was trying to stick to the core urban center,
Right.
If we were doing the Chicago suburbs draft, I'd be here all day
there you
with
go.
Breakfast Club.
We'll be back next year.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
Which, again, most of it's on the road. It ends in Chicago, but that's their destination. So, and because it's Hughes, it does feel like a Chicago movie. About Last Night never came up in conversation.
Mammoth,
and I know it's an odd movie, right? The Mammoth play is such a dyspeptic, cynical view of the war between the sexes. And then the movie is this very light sort of 80s style romantic comedy, but it's written by Tim Kazurinsky, who's a friend of mine, and his writing partner, Denise DeClue, and they did such a great job of translating that text into this style of movie, this romantic comedy. Though Rob Lowe wears a Cubs hat, and the way he looks, and a guy like that hanging out in Rush Street bars, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people in this audience who have some ugly connotations with that character. There's a non-zero chance some people in here have been roofied by that dude.
You're not saying Rob Lowe.
No.
Got it.
I'm
okay. Just want to make sure, sort of publicly.
Nail that
being
down.
recorded.
Yeah.
Can I throw a couple of wild cards or a couple of honorable mentions up? Spiritually, a Chicago movie, Midnight Run, one of my favorites. I didn't pick it because largely it's on the road, but Jimmy Serrano is one of my favorite Chicago characters, Dennis Farina. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Absolutely.
I was going to throw that on there.
Excellent.
Backdraft. I really fucked up and should have picked Backdraft. I was like, what am I not doing this for? But, William Baldwin, can't get more Chicago than that. And did you guys know that in 10 years, we will be at the moment that iRobot is set in Chicago?
Oh.
So you have that to look forward to.
Which is nice.
Might actually be sooner.
And I predict that this movie will be perhaps the one that more people in here are saying, why didn't they choose that than any other? And that's High Fidelity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took it in another draft. That's the only reason I didn't take it. I love High Fidelity. It's a wonderful movie. I was on a text chain with friends called Rob from High Fidelity Personified recently, which I thought was rude, but also nice. There are a handful of others, right? So here's a question. Is Bridesmaids a Chicago movie?
Okay, all right.
Some immediate yeses and then some grumbling.
Yeah, so people sound a little mad.
Okay. Here's a movie I don't like, but has been suggested. Flatliners, Joel Schumacher's movie about dying and coming back to life, which is what this episode has felt like for me.
Let's bring it to the people. Sinners. What do you think?
This was a late breaking addition to our.
So I am all of you groaning and saying, yeah, I see someone flashing the no.
You all missed the end credit sequence as well, apparently, like Amanda did. Because in that film.
It's not in the movie.
Of course, the movie is about two characters who have left the Delta and gone to Chicago and come back from Chicago, back to their home in Mississippi.
If it's movies that talk about Chicago, Draft.
Well, again, Amanda has not seen this sequence in the film.
Because they put it after the
in
credits.
the mid-credits, which is still technically part of the film. We see character played by Buddy Guy in a much older age at his club Legends in Chicago, playing acoustic guitar and then backstage at the bar. And one half of Michael B. Jordan's characters from the movie comes backstage. Spoilers for Sinners, by the way. Along with Haley Steinfeld, circa 1992, dressed immaculately.
Yeah, the door knockers and everything.
Yeah, and in that scene, they're in the city of Chicago.
That's great. So Sinners 2 will be eligible when they make that.
You missed a part though. So like it finishes, they're in Chicago, they're in the bar, zoom out, the moon, Crypto Superman sitting there looking down, being like, looks like we have some vampires to take care of. Then zoom out, Transformers behind those guys. They are like, we were on the dark side of the moon. Looks like Superman and Crypto are on the good side. We got to get over there.
As Michael Bay taught us, it's all connected.
Yeah.
Sinners should have been eligible, in my opinion.
Scarface, 1932. Some would argue North by Northwest. Amanda and I talked about this today.
Yeah, we litigated it in front of the Art Institute. It's a no.
I didn't bring it up because I think it's a little on the line.
I mean, it's included, but you think of like 4 other iconic American locations.
Mount Rushmore, yes.
Sure. Also the Plaza.
Should we do the Mount Rushmore?
I honestly, are there 3 more?
Help us out. Okay, stop.
Barbershop.
Good one.
Rookie of the Year. With Amy Morton, my frequent collaborator on this stage. How do you guys feel about Running Scared?
I love Running Scared.
I
did the rewatchables about it. It's like iconic T-shirt in that movie.
Nobody was ever less of a Chicagoan than Billy Crystal. But the action isn't bad in that movie. You know, the big scene at Daily Plaza at the end, at the Daily Center is that's a good scene. His New Job. You guys know that movie?
I don't.
No.
Well, it was made in 1915 and starred Charlie Chaplin. At the time, SNA Studios was here. It was located in Uptown. And Charlie Chaplin came here on a contract, and it was too cold. He left. But he did make a movie called His New Job with Charlie Chaplin and Ben Turpin in 1915.
What's the runtime on that movie?
I don't know, 65 minutes? That's my guess.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Sinners 2 also, 65 minutes. Any other...
In Collateral, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange gets hacked. Oh, not Collateral, Black Hat.
Black Hat.
My bad.
Wow, you blew that
Like
joke
the,
so
the
hard.
Mart?
Jeez.
What's that?
The Mart that
Yeah,
you went by?
they hack that and then they blow
With all
up
the
a
guys,
nuclear
the
plant.
statues outside
Yeah.
of Mr. Wentworth.
Can you
and
explain
whatever?
the rest of the plot of Black Hat while we're here?
That's on the Patreon.
So, where is the QR code?
No, Jack's going to put it up, right?
So I think I'm going to put a QR code up.
got a
And you know what you're
thumbs
going to be
up
able to
from
do? You're going to be able to vote
Yeah.
right now.
Live. Wow. It's very exciting.
And we're going to get live results. And
Choose wisely.
I think we're going to vamp. That's a threat that she just offered you.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be able to get live results here if this all works.
Yeah.
We've never done this before.
Do they have like the New York Times needle?
Oh, that, yeah.
Where it's like,
the
oh,
New York Times
Sean's
going
winning,
back
but
to it.
oh, God.
Oh, the needle. Can you not?
Right.
Can we not talk about the needle?
It's done so well. How you feeling? How are you feeling?
I feel great. How do you feel?
I feel great. I was just, you've been kind of gauging how this, you had a lot of predictions. You had a lot of,
So much of this went the way I expected it to go.
Okay, there we go. See, that's what I was looking
other
for.
than, as I say, some shifty category fraud.
You were so mean about Wayne's World. It's such a nice movie.
Now, don't let other people influence your vote. This is just like school, right? It's your paper. No one else's.
And if this QR code takes you to a Google form where they ask you to put in your social security number.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh,
go
wow.
ahead.
We're getting some live results. That is absolutely right. Keep going. Yeah.
She's shamelessly working the crowd. She's not going to give you shit after the show, okay?
These people love while you were
When
sleeping.
do we close the voting? Momentarily?
Well, hold on a second.
Yeah, seriously.
Stuffing the ballot. This is some real Mayor Daley shit. Okay, we're going to give you 30 more seconds, and then we're going to close this puppy down. If you haven't been able to get your phone to focus on that QR
from
code.
A neighbor, don't be. You can ask for help. What? Yeah.
Now I know how Hillary Clinton felt.
Candyman, thank you. Obviously, there was a trivia question about Candyman. Yeah. You mentioned Cabrini Green, where Candyman is also set. Wonderful movie.
I wanted you guys to know that there is a card in there for the accountant. So you know. I didn't pick it, though.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are we?
Stay in line! No? Too soon? Okay.
Now, are we able to display the results? We are. Jack is giving me the thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think you can just share.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh,
Guys.
Jack, you're going to announce it. Voice of God, Jack. Here we go.
Will. In fourth place with roughly 8%, Sean Fennessey.
I stand by risky business.
In third place with around 17%, Tracy Letts.
All right.
In second place.
Wait, hold on. Let us hold hands like Miss America. Do you know they do that?
Yeah.
Let's go.
It all comes down to Georgia versus
Drew Barrymore
Pennsylvania.
thing tonight.
In second place with 32%, Christopher Ryan. And with 43%, Amanda Dobbins.
You're all very kind and indulging me, and I really appreciate it.
Are you giving a speech? Do you want to give a speech?
No, I already did.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your support, and we all like rom-coms.
Thank you, Chicago.
Yeah, guys, thank you so
Chicago.
much. This is amazing.
I want to thank a handful of people before we go. Tracy Letts, who is... obviously an incredibly gifted person and a very generous person, and we're really happy that he was able to do this with us and spend the weekend with us, which has been honestly quite fun.
And showing us around Chicago and the Steppenwolf is really a gift, so thank you.
Thank you for hosting us here.
It's been my
pleasure. Thank you to the Steppenwolf Theatre, which is just an amazing place, and I hope if you live in this city, you are spending time here and spending money here and coming to see the great work. They've been very kind to us. Thank you to our entire events team, especially Elizabeth, Helen, and Charlie, who made all of this seem very easy and normal, even though it is not easy and normal. Thanks to Jack Sanders for producing this episode of the show. Thank you to Jack Wilson from The Ringer for being here. Anybody you want to thank? Sandra Bullock?
Everyone here, really. I mean, this was amazing.
Thanks for coming out.
Yes,
Seriously.
thank you. And just a great day. Thank you for listening. And, thank you for voting for me.
This is an episode that is being recorded, and so I am obliged to say later this week we will be back with an episode about Fantastic Four First Steps. So this is going to be a cool week on the podcast. Thank you again. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Chicago.
Thank you, guys.